So today we're going to be turning some pen kits. We have some different, they're kind of hard to see because of the epoxy, the resin rather, but this is what they look like after they get cast with resin. Four different kinds right there. And they get a cast in a mold similar to this. This is not the one that I use to cast these, but it's something similar. And the tube, you could see the tube that's in there, is put in a mold like this. It's wrapped in the graphic, and then there's resin like this that's poured in here and then cast, and a few hours later you can turn them on a lathe, just like I'm gonna be doing in a couple of seconds. So the first one we're gonna do is this one. I don't know if you could see real good, but by the time I finish turning, you'll be able to see it really clear. So the first thing I do is put these bushings in place. I tighten it up, and we're ready, almost ready to turn. That should be good right there. By the way, I'm trying to think of, I have different turning tools that I could use, and these particular blanks are not real hard to turn and get really smooth depending on the type of tool that you use. For today I'm going to use this. It's a carbide cutter. It has a carbide cutter here at the end, and it's just gonna basically scrape the resin off till I get it to the size of these bushings here. I turn it at about 3600 RPM, and here we go. We're going to lower this just a little bit. There we go. That should be better. So you could see that all the square corners are now pretty much gone. So as I'm turning, at first you saw a lot of these little pieces. Once you take off the corners, you're gonna get what we call ribbons, and you'll see those flying around a little bit. It's a messy process, but well worth it. And you could see how it's a little bit easier to see what was underneath there. We're going to switch to a smaller cutter. Say hello to my little friend. This one is to fine tune it a little bit more. And as you can see, it's a messy process. Got it all over my shirt, all over the lathe, all over the floor. That's okay. It cleans up pretty easy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start the sanding process. Hopefully I left it smooth enough to where I don't have to do a lot of sanding. Sometimes sanding is not the most exciting part of this. Not for you watching or not for me turning. But we're going to try to make this as simple as possible. Now we're going to start sanding with water. Sorry, didn't mean to block you. I'll stop it so that you could see where we're at. You could see that now it's becoming even more clear. You could see how it's getting shinier. These here are what they call polishing pads. And these polishing pads will get it to a nice, really nice shine. It doesn't take much. You could see how nice and glossy that is. One last step left. We're going to put a coat of this stuff on there just to really bring out the shine. So we're putting in some of the polish. I put it on without turning the machine on at first, otherwise it's going to start flying all over the place. And there you go. She's all shined up, ready to put together. Okay, so now it's time to put these guys together. Okay. So let's see if I remember how to do this. This guy is going to go right in here. And for this, we're going to need a pen press. And in case you're wondering what a pen press is, this here is a pen press. And there's a tube inside. I don't know if you could see that on camera. There's a tube inside there, and it's pressing it onto that little piece. And you'll see this gap right here close up. And there we go. That's ready to go. We'll get this thing out of the way. Put this thing in place. You could see the little crosses there. This is copper with polished silver finish. Put that guy in there. There we go. Out, in. Last piece. There we have it. We the People with the flag and the American Eagle. It's a beautiful pen. And then with the crosses there. Gorgeous pen. Each one of these pens that I'm making was handpicked, handmade for you by Kenny Stout. Kenny is a good guy. I've known him for a few years, and his heart has always been in the right place. And this is a great gift.